they talk about. I am so cold that you might have to throw me out. That money be calling out. I won't stop balling out. I am up next like Jabari now. See, niggas was sleeping on me, but I just woke them up and they saying they sorry now. I'm a dope stacking, dope rapping, no lacking, pole packing, foe blasting, soul snatching, toe tagging, cold bastard. Better close your mouth and get a closed casket. Show you what I'm saying like closed captions. Split them in two, make them disappear when I spit fire. That's old magic. I put that chopper to a nigga top and then let it fly. Go, go, gadget. Might fuck his bitch and say fuck the shit and get straight face. That's no passion. I'm the illest nigga that you ever heard. I'm the flyest killer that you ever seen. And if a fuck nigga ever jump stupid, I'ma catch a body like a trampoline. Bitch, I'm Freddy.
Raw and Uncut, telling y'all what's up. You're lifting with the
HuskyBoyBarbenders.
Bending some bars. Y'all know what it is. Tell them what we did today, Bruce.
5s on bench, 10, 8, 6 on squat, 5s on incline.
Pretty big day for the Husky boys.
I was tired that day.
My bench has not been great. I've been failing a lot of sets. Bruce has been failing sets. His squats has been messing them up a little bit. It may not look like it on camera because, you know, he's strong. But he says he mentally hasn't been there. And I think we've come to the conclusion we're not even going to max out this month just because we're just going to use the week to kind of like rest up and get back in the mindset for lifting. So, like usual, y'all can watch the video, watch our bench, watch our squat, all that stuff.
That dude behind me has like the smallest legs.
Oh my God!
Why
you do that, man?
I'm just saying, you can't see his face, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, I thought I had some like small calves, but Lord, this dude has like some deer legs, like baby deer. Never. Let me.
Anyway, all right, let's not do that, man. Anyway, all right, so let's move on to the topic of the day. So today's topic of the day is: should you or should you not squat deep? Take it away, Bruce.
It depends. Of course, every answer to every powerlifting question ever made is it depends. Like,
exactly.
You can never, I swear in fitness, you can never get a definite answer. But for the sake of this video, we're going to give you a definite answer, and I say yes, squat deep. Yes,
deep forever, deep for life. Reason why we say squat deep.
Why do you advocate deep squatting? Unlike a lot of people who don't advocate squat deep.
Unlike people that squat deep that don't like deep squatting.
That don't like deep squatting.
that was a Candito reference. But anyway, I advocate deep squatting, and the reason why is because I feel like deep squatting is like just pushing your squat, more. So now I understand why people. And we'll get to that later, why some people will say don't deep squat, because once you start getting in the 5s and stuff, squatting deep becomes harder and harder because you're starting to push your body to a point where it can't go any higher. But anyway, so the reason why I advocate squatting deep is because I feel like it's pushing your body past its normal point. So if you were to compare a squat to like a sprint, from a track runner or something, well, if a track runner runs with a parachute on at all times and dusts everybody in practice, when he takes the parachute off, he's going to set world records. I feel the same way about deep squat. I feel like if you train deep squat, and say maybe you really want to, somebody is like 10 pounds better than you, so you squat a little bit higher at competition, or if you're trying to set a world record that's 10 pounds over what your normal deep squat max is, when you go and you squat at a higher depth, you're going to more than likely get the weight that you're trying to get. And for people that say that it's harder to choose depth once you're used to squatting deep, honestly, what I would say do is just take, during your peaking period, squat higher, because it shouldn't even for us when we squat deep, it's like 2 levels. There's right under parallel, and then after right under parallel, you kind of have to extend more just to go all the way down to your ankles. So it's like if you practice at it, you can get to the point where you can hit right in between that parallel and ankles, and it's gonna feel better.
Parallel and ankles,
right? You can hit right in between, and so that'll help you to get more weight and all. But what's your spin on it, Bruce?
So here's my opinion. I had it in my head and I just forgot it. So give me a second to ramble.
Okay.
I think that I definitely think that deep squatting has its place. So one person who said something that was really smart. I can't remember who said it, but thank you for saying it because it was smart. They said that powerlifting is not about who's strong. It's about who can lift the most weight, who can move the most weight. So if you analyze that in terms of squatting deep and squatting high, your deep squat is probably I'd assume, in my opinion, it's probably the most accurate representation of your actual ability to squat.
Yes.
If you don't try to catch a stupid bounce at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
If you really try to kind of control it and touch as low as you can go and then come back up, it's the most accurate representation of how much.
And it's going to show you any
yeah.
imbalances that you have, because it's going to, it's such a hard movement. It's going to exploit any weakness that you have.
So, because it's the most accurate representation of how much you can squat, it's the most accurate representation of how strong you actually are. Once you start squatting higher and moving your feet out and putting the bar lower on your back, it turns into a technique thing more than an act. This is. I've been watching.
It's not pure strength.
It's
anymore.
no longer pure strength. It's skill at that point. So here's one thing that I've seen in video games. You'll take a video game like Kingdom Hearts, since I play that till the day I die.
I knew you were gonna bring Kingdom Hearts up.
And in Kingdom Hearts, the bosses are extremely fast. Like, trying to react to what they do is like the hardest thing you could ever do on the face of this planet, because the bosses are so fast. You can do things in the game to trick the bosses into performing a certain way, so you can already predict what they're going to do before they do it. And then because you can predict what they're going to do before they do it, it no longer becomes a matter of your hand-eye coordination reaction time. It becomes a matter of planning the... What am I trying to say? It becomes a matter of forcing the game to play to your needs rather than playing to the game's needs.
Yeah.
And I think that takes the skill out of the game. And and then the judge of actual skill is, what do you think skill is at that point? In terms of powerlifting, do you think it's your ability to manipulate the weight and so that it moves the way you want, or do you think it's your just raw strength?
Yeah.
And then that's when it comes into people who are like, well, if you wear a belt, you're not this. If you wear knee wraps, you're not this. Well, it's all judged on where the sport is. So my judge of true strength in terms of a squat is, if you take your booty to your head. This is why I love Candito squats, because this man is a very deep squatter. He's always been. Yeah. And because he squats so deep and still squats so much, I can respect him, or a Clarence Zero a little more, even though, Brett Gibbs doesn't squat high, but I can honestly respect Clarence Zero squat a little bit more than I can respect Brett Gibbs, just because the man sits on the floor.
That man can sit on top of his ankles. I'm talking about his femur is beside his tibia with 550 pounds and do it for reps. So that's highly. So I don't see how people can say that's not more impressive than somebody that parallel squats, pause squats 550. Like, to me, the deep squatter is always going to get precedence, because it's been proven that parallel squatting gets you more weight. So if you're deep squatting, that means that you're technically stronger than the other person. But that's also why some people choose to parallel squat when they start getting later on into their career, because after a certain point you can't deep squat anymore. You reach your max. Yeah. So it's like and for those people, they have to squat higher in order to keep seeing their lifts go up, or they have to do other things, and so like low bar and things like that. And so I understand why some people don't advocate deep squatting, but I say, especially for beginners, deep squatting is good for form. It's good for getting strength, getting all the flexibility you need. It just fixes everything that you'll need.
You really need a strong core, good flexibility to get into the hole.
Exactly. So it'll give you everything you need, so that you don't have to fix those when you're trying to parallel squat 600-700 later on, or trying to low bar squat 600-700. And so basically, that's all we got to say about that subject. Comment, like, and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. We back in the gym. Peace out, YouTube.
Bye, guys.